Good morning, good morning, good morning. How are you all? How are you? I hope you all had an amazing weekend. I hope you had a productive weekend. I hope you had a fun weekend. I hope you had a really fun weekend. That at least you got to take some time and do something that fills your heart, that brings you joy. I had a great weekend. I actually had a really, really great weekend, and I'll tell you all about that. Thank you to all of you who've been messaging me and saying, hey, are you doing a live today? Because I'm doing this an hour later than I normally do my live. And part of that is, I had another meeting for my amazing project that I'm so excited that I'm working on. As some of you know, I'm doing my very first live event in Toronto on February the 16th. So there's so much that I'm working on. So excited. I'm working with a phenomenal team. Like I have such an amazing team. I have an amazing creative team, amazing team that's working with me. And then of course, I have all the amazing team that normally works with me on all the Ndini things. And so they're kind of doing double duty and working on the event as well. So I'm super excited to bring you information about that live event, which is happening in Toronto on February the 16th. And the goal and the vision is for me to maybe take it global, take it, to other cities all over the world, because like I said, I'm so excited about this event. I cannot wait to tell you who my keynote speaker is. I cannot wait to tell you about some of the other speakers who will be speaking at the event. I'm just literally just vibrating with excitement. I'm literally so excited. I'm creating this as the event that I would love to go to. All the things that I want in an event, all of the types of speakers that I want to hear from. I'm creating that, and I hope that you can join me if you can. And if not, we'll be figuring out maybe ways to share some of the things that happen at the event, and as I said, maybe potentially bring an event to a city near you. But I wanted to know, since no one's telling me, hey Mandingi, hey Johan, hi Joni, how are you? Oh, great to have you. How's Netherlands? Is it snowing there yet? Thank you so much. Hi, Auntie Noma. How are you? Hope you're all having a great start to the week. I wanted to tell you about something that I did this weekend. So as I mentioned in previous lives, I'm part of a mastermind group. And so we meet in person 4 times a year. So pretty much once a quarter, we meet in person. And it's always like the events, the person who puts on the mastermind, who hosts the mastermind, just spares it's always a fantastic event. So that's where I was this weekend. I flew out to LA for 4 days, and the whole point of this mastermind, especially this last one of the year, is to check in, to say, how did the year go? What worked well? What didn't work well? What are the things that you want to do in the new year? What are the things that you want to change? And the beauty of a mastermind is really the support that you get from the group that is part of the mastermind. So yes, the person leading it certainly gives you their insight, but then it's everybody else who gives you their ideas, their support. How can I support you? Here's some suggestions for things that you can do. So it's always such a phenomenal experience for me, and I come away from it excited. I come away from it enriched. I come away inspired to just step into a whole nother level, because these are all people who are playing way bigger games than I am, and who are really doing impactful things in the world. And we always have presenters who come in and speak and kind of, give us their expertise, share their expertise. And this being the last one of 2019, a lot of it was really focused on visioning and kind of preparing for 2020 as we go into 2020. What are those goals? What are those dreams that you're trying to work on? And we had a phenomenal speaker. His name is Rory Vaden, and his company is called The Brand Builders. I could be wrong, but I think it's The Brand Builders, or it could just be brandbuilders.com. And Rory came in to speak to us, to help us really in envisioning what 2020 and beyond looks for us, and what is it that we're working towards. And he said something really powerful that I want to share with you. And he said that, I'm going to literally refer to my notes and read it to you. He said that the problem for most of us is not that we lack discipline. The problem is that we lack a clear vision of what we're working towards. And so he was saying how when you have clarity, when you have a clear vision of where you're going, and you have clarity on what it is you're doing and why you want to go there, it's much easier for you to face when things get challenging. It's much easier for you to keep putting one foot in front of the other. But the only way you can do that is if you start with clarity, if you start with a clear vision. And so one of the exercises that he had us do, which I'd never done quite in this way, was he asked us to do a 10-year vision, to say, okay, this time in 2029, as you're getting ready to go into 2030, the end of 2029, what will your life look like? And it was so interesting to sit and he wanted us to do it. He does this method where he wants you to engage all your senses. So it's your sense of sound. Like, what is it that you're hearing? You know, it's your sense of vision. What is it that you're seeing around you? What does it smell like? You know, what are the things that you can touch? And it was so interesting to sit there and write in that level of detail what I want my life to look like in 2029. And then when we did that, then to kind of work backwards and say, okay, if that is where I want to be in 2029, what do I need to do in the next 5 years? Where do I need to be in the next 5 years? Where do I need to be? And then work backwards to in the next year. So for us, it was really coming away with clarity on 2020. What is it that I want 2020 to look like? And how is it, if I have that vision for 10 years from now, how is what I'm doing this year and in this moment leading me to that place 10 years from now? So it's a super powerful exercise. I would highly encourage you to do something similar, is really to think about, even if it's not for 10 years, even if we take it to 2020, where do you want to be? And get really specific. I think for a lot of us, you know, I know for me, big one for me is always weight. I want to lose 20 pounds in 2020. But it's like, okay, the clarity on what do I feel? What do I see? What do I eat? What do I hear? What does it smell like? What can I touch? Taking it to that level of detail just really helps to bring it to life. And he said that, you know, for us, we have to remember, like one of the things that he said is you have to remember that your brain is not designed for success. Your brain is designed to keep you alive. And so if you think about your brain, when you think about, I don't have discipline, your brain's just trying to keep you safe. It's trying to keep you in the place that you already know. It's trying to keep you doing familiar things, even if those things suck. Even if those things are painful, because we all know somebody who's in a bad relationship or in a bad job, and for us who are on the outside, it's easy for us to say, oh, that person should leave that job or that person should leave that relationship. And yet people don't. And sometimes it is because it's familiar. You know what to expect in that job that you don't love. You know what to expect in that relationship that isn't filling your heart. You know. And so sometimes that's a safe place to be, to stay with what you already know. And so he said sometimes we have to almost trick our minds and get past that safety. And what will help you get past that safety zone that your brain wants to keep you in is having a clear vision. And he said the other thing, which was, oh my gosh, this was so powerful for me, was he said that we negotiate with our dreams and our goals. So we're like, oh, I'll work on this dream. Like if I go back to me and the wanting to lose 20 pounds, I'll work on it when it's convenient. oh, I'll work, I'll eat healthy. Oh, but today is Christmas, or today is whatever. And I'll negotiate with my goal. I'll negotiate with my dreams. And he said that what will help us get past that. So having the clarity of what that vision is and why is it that I want that? What does it mean to me to achieve it? What does it actually look like when I get there is number one. And then number two, once you have that clarity, is really asking yourself one key question. He said the one word that is most important to you achieving any goal, any dream, any vision that you have is how. How? Because the minute you start asking should and can and all of these questions, your brain finds reasons to keep you where you are. Your brain will tell you all the reasons you cannot achieve whatever it is that you're trying to do. And he said for you, whatever that vision is, whatever that goal is, ask yourself how. Make it a non-negotiable for yourself. This is the dream that I'm going for. And even if, I think sometimes as well, sometimes our timelines that we set, because I haven't achieved whatever the thing is I'm trying to achieve in the 1 year that I said I would, then we give up. No, the question you should continually ask yourself is how. How can I make this happen? And what a powerful thing that he did with me was I was visioning out like where I want to be from a financial perspective. How much revenue do I want the company to generate? And when I wrote down the number, it scared me because it was like, oh my gosh, how am I going to do that? That's such a big number. It's too big. I can't do that. And I literally, like in real time with him, had this, oh, I think that number might be too big. Like, let me just scale it back to something that's safe, something that I know I'll achieve. And he told me off in that moment. And he was like, you're not understanding what I'm saying to you. You've already psyched yourself up with this number. Let's sit down and think, okay, how? If this is the number, how? How could we do it? And we literally sat there and broke it down into, okay, this is what I could do, and this is how I could get there, and these are the different ways, and then went into the detail of, okay, for me to reach this number, what would it be that I would need to do? How many sales do I need to make? How many things do I need? How many events do I need to host? And then it suddenly became like, oh, okay, maybe I could do it. Like it didn't, the scariness of it went away. And so that's the one thing that I want you to take with you in this week. And I especially want you to make time this week to sit down and think about where do you want to be a year from now? When we're in November 11th of 2020, where do you want to be? What is it you want to have achieved? What does it look like? What does it taste like? What does it smell like? Who's there with you? What are the things that you can see, feel, taste, touch? Get real clear. Dial in on that, because when you have that level of clarity, it will help you stay focused on the goal. And then the number two thing, so get clear on that vision. Number two is how. That's the only question that you need to ask. Not can I, do I, should I, how. And your mind, your subconscious mind, will help you figure out the how. So I hope you all have a fantastic week. I really, please ask you to make time to sit down and think about where you want to be next year. And if you want to do it as well, the exercise that I shared with you that we did 10 years from now, because having that level of clarity will help you get where it is that you want to get, will help you finally achieve those dreams, those goals, those things that you keep writing down, and every year you don't do it and then you feel bad about yourself. This will be 2020. Make this the year that you finally achieve all of those goals, all of those dreams, or at least make significant steps towards them. So I wish you all an incredible week. I wish you all a fulfilling week. I wish you all a productive week. And I will see you, I was going to say same time, same place, but I don't know. I'm playing around with time because I realized the time that I was using before doesn't work for everybody. So I'm going to try a few different time slots and we'll see, where we end up with that. And thank you to all of you who are asking me. You asked Chishami, so you're asking me about the event. It's in Toronto. I don't know where you are. I'm doing Toronto as my first one, but eventually I'd love to take them all over, because I think it's just going to be a phenomenal event of, a phenomenal day. This initial one is one day, so it's February 16th, 2020. It's going to be an absolute, I'm so excited about it, not because it's my event, but I'm truly so excited. The things that I'm working on, I'm working, as I said, with a phenomenal team. I'm working with a phenomenal event planner, the team that I always work with, who some of you are here. Kitty and Johan and Angelica has come on to help us. I have a phenomenal team that is working so hard, that is just so excited to put on this first event. But yeah, so February 16th in Toronto, it's going to be a full day of just inspiration, upliftment, entertainment. You're definitely going to be entertained. We're describing it as a Beyonce concert meets church. So you're going to have your soul fed, but you're also going to get your dance on. You're definitely going to be entertained. And like I say, oh my gosh, I cannot wait to tell you guys who my keynote speaker is. She is straight fire. I'm just so excited. I can't even contain myself. But we have a protocol, and there'll come a time when I'll announce it. But yeah, we're so excited. So Yes, South Africa, I would love to come. Love to come and join you there. Hey, Flora, Tanzania will definitely be coming your way one day, I'm sure. Joni, thank you so much for joining. You guys have an awesome day. Make it a great day. Thank you so much for joining, and I'll see you next week.